Hey guys, what is going on? Chris here. Sorry, looking ahead to today's games for Wednesday, November 16th. We got a whole bunch of games. We got 11 games here on Fanduel. So Wednesday is always a big night. So definitely looking forward to it. A lot to discuss. Some injuries going on as well. So let's definitely get into it. Hopefully, you guys all had a good night last night. Anyway, as normal, guys, if you guys are interested in premium lineups, definitely let Anthony and I know. You get 4 lineups per day, $30 for the month, $150 for the entire season. So definitely hit us up if you guys are struggling on NBA, or if you guys just need some extra fantasy help or anything like that, or if you have any questions. Also, you can email us as well. Maybe if you have a lineup or anything like that, you guys are. You like and maybe you just want us to look at it, definitely hit us up. So if you need help, we will help you as much as we can. So with that being said, let's get into this big 11-game slate. A lot of good games out there, going to be a lot of high scores. So let's definitely get into it. Alrighty, let's go here. Our first game is Cleveland and Indiana. We got a 210 total in Cleveland by 4.5. So this should be another good game. I do think Cleveland is going to pull away here. The only reason I think it's kind of close is because Indy is at home and Cleveland's coming on a back-to-back. But Cleveland here, I think, is the better team by far. This is going to be a good game here. You got Kyrie Irving, you got Jeff Teague. I really don't mind Kyrie Irving in this one. Very consistent player, had 35 last night against Toronto. So I don't mind him for $7,400. Not too high on Jeff Teague. Don't mind Monte Ellis if J.R. Smith sits, because I'm not really afraid of that Richard Jefferson defense. So don't mind Ellis. They're going to need him in this one. His price is pretty cheap. Obviously, you got LeBron James. You got Paul George. I definitely pick LeBron over him. Then you got C.J. Miles. Price is coming up just a little bit, $4,600. Have a good game against Orlando. I don't think he'll do that again. I think around 22 here for Miles tonight. So I'm not going to go that way. Don't mind me some Kevin Love against Thaddeus Young. Love, very consistent player here recently this year. So I do like Love quite a bit. They're going to need him. As you see, he's been consistent. So going to be in a lot of my lineups. And then I'm not too high down here with Miles and Tristan Thompson. Maybe Tristan Thompson here just because Indiana can't rebound. Keep telling you guys that they can't rebound. So maybe Thompson here gets an easy double-double. Maybe get you 27, 28 points here, but not that huge upside that you're looking for. But if you're looking for 26, 27 from a cheap guy, then there's your man. As I said, Indy can't rebound at all, so he should easily get his rebound. So this is, going to be a popular game just because of all the stars. As I said, Irving, obviously. Don't mind Ellis maybe in a GPP. LeBron as normal, but I'm probably not going to go there. Too many other big stars that I like. Kevin Love, though, he's probably going to be in a lot of my lineups. And then maybe Tristan Thompson, but don't see the big upside from him. So going to be a popular game. I don't know how much I really want to target it, though. It is a 212 total, Cleveland by 4. But as I said, I think Cleveland will take control here. So LeBron and Kevin Love are probably the two big guys that I would take out of this game. All right, I think that does it. Let's move on. We got New Orleans and Orlando. No over and under yet as I'm doing this video, but probably going to be about a 208, and Orlando probably by like 3. Should be a pretty good close game. I like this game a lot. Drew Holiday not going to come back just yet. The city's coming back pretty soon. It's going to be Friday. So Tim Frazier is still alive, but right away, Elfrid Payton, I love this guy. His price is going down a little bit, but should be a close, good game for him. New Orleans, not that good of a team there against that point guard position. So I love me some Payton. I know he's been all over the place, but it's a GPP. Good close game. I think he gets at least 32, 33. Fire up some Payton there in a GPP. Not too high on Tim Frazier. Galloway's been taking a lot of his minutes. Definitely last game he took quite a bit. 32 minutes against Boston. So Galloway's taking a little bit more time from Frazier, so I'm not too high on him. But I do like Mr. Payton. And then you got Fournier, man. I really like Fournier here in a very good spot. New Orleans, as I said, they've been struggling a lot this year. Fournier loves to shoot the ball. Should be a very good game. As I said, should be close. He should get you at least 33, 34. Not the huge upside, but he's still only $5,600. Very consistent player for the most part. Once in a while has a dud, but in a very good spot here against New Orleans. I'm not too high on the small forwards here. I don't mind Ibaka, but he is going up against Davis, though. I don't mind Davis, obviously, if you want to go that way. Definitely don't mind sending Nikola Vukovic. His price is going down quite a bit, but you keep saying, New Orleans is terrible against that center position, so maybe if you want to take a shot, but as you see, he's just been very, very bad. I'd only take him in a deep GPP, maybe just one lineup, just maybe he does something. He will not be well owned at all. So if for some reason he goes off for 40 here, he'll only be like 5-6% owned, and you'll definitely go ahead of most people. But that is very risky right there. But yeah, Davis, obviously got to have him in my lineup. I don't mind Ibaka either, though. He's been pretty good these last couple games. I know he's going up against Davis, but that should encourage him to fight a little harder. Had 47, obviously, against OKC. But for me, I'm going to go Peyton here and Fournier and maybe Vukovic in a GPP. But for the most part, it's just your normal stars. You got Davis, maybe Vuk, and then Fournier in there, and then Elfrid Payton. So hopefully, this game stays close. Maybe Orlando beats them here by a little bit, but I think it should be a pretty good game. So this is a good game to get some value out of. So if you're looking for a lot of value GPP players, this is definitely the place you want to go, obviously, besides Anthony Davis. So, all right, moving on. We have Washington and Philly, no over and under on this one, but probably about like a 208, and Washington probably around by 11. It stinks that Philly's going to get blown out because I love targeting, obviously, teams against them. You got John Wall as normal. Only big thing is I keep saying is that blowout, but that's the big thing to worry about. So we don't know if Bradley Beal's going to play or not, but for some reason he doesn't play. Thomas Satoransky maybe put him in there, but with John Wall, they're not going to need him. If anything, Wall's just going to go off. So obviously Wall, Philly is very bad against that small forward position, so maybe Otto Porter gets some extra fantasy points. Him and Wall play very well together. So don't mind Otto Porter, 6,300 though, a little expensive, but I honestly can see at least 35 from him in this one. Very good matchup for him. I don't mind some Markieff Morris if you want to put him in there. Don't think he'll have biggest game as he had last time, but I still don't think he'll do too bad. Philly's not the best, obviously, at all in any position guarding, so I don't think he'll get you that 48, maybe around 32, 33, but 5,900, he's sitting pretty. So it's up to you if you want to go that way. I don't mind him. And then you got Sarg and Ilyasova. Kind of up to you if you want to pick them. Not too high on them. Gortat, though, I like him. Joel Embiid as normal. Price is getting up there, though. I mean, I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but if he's only getting 23 minutes, it's hard to capitalize on $5,600. I mean, he has a little upside, but man, I really wish his minutes were up. Obviously, not because of the injury. So 5,600 is pushing it. I think 56 is exactly where he's going to be getting you, around 27, 28. But very good matchup here against Gortat. But I don't mind Gortat. Had a heck of a game last time with no John Wall and Beal, but don't think he'll do that again. Probably around 30 to 33 for the guy. I don't mind him. So both of those guys, Gortat and Joel Embiid, the big thing about those guys, both their prices are exactly what they're going to get you. So that's one thing you got to watch for. I don't think the huge upside is there, but if you're looking for value, they're going to hit it. Listen, maybe Morris. Don't mind Otto Porter at all, sitting in a very good spot. And then you got John Wall if you want to put him in there. But, this game may get, maybe a blowout. just because of the talent between the two teams. So that's the big thing you got to watch for. But if you think for some reason Philly may keep it close here at home, they do play better at home, even though they're 1-9, but they do play better at home. If you think they're going to keep close, don't mind firing up some Washington players. Washington's only 2-7, so maybe Philly has a chance in this one. All right, moving on. We got Milwaukee and Atlanta. We got a 208 total and Atlanta by 8, so they're coming on a back-to-back as well. Don't mind some Dennis Schroeder here against Dellavedova. Surprisingly, Milwaukee's not too bad against that point guard position. Delly's doing some pretty good work, but Schroeder, very consistent player for the most part. Didn't do too good against Miami for obvious reasons, but don't mind Schroeder. Not my favorite play out there, though. I'd maybe GPP with Dellavedova. He's just so inconsistent, but Atlanta's not good against that point guard position. But as you see, he's all over the place as well. So I probably wouldn't touch that at all. And then obviously you got Giannis. If you want to put him in there, put him in there. He will just destroy Kyle Korver, I think. And then you got Kent Bazemore. Don't mind him here. He's sitting in a half-decent spot. Let's go see how the Bucks are the fourth worst team against that small forward position. So maybe fire up some Bazemore. He's been all over the place these last couple of games, but he's sitting in a very good spot here at a 208 total. It says Atlanta's by 8, but I think it'll be a little bit closer than that. But maybe Bazemore 4,800. If you get you 27, 28, you're sitting pretty. As I said, Milwaukee not good against that small forward position. All right, moving on. We got Paul Millsap, Jabari Parker. I love these guys. As just players and also fantasy as well. I'd probably pick Parker here over Millsap just because he's coming on a back-to-back. He only had 31 against Miami. It's not bad, but for 7,400, you're looking for a little bit more than that. But Parker, he definitely I think he'll have a little bit better game. But going up against Millsap, though, a pretty good defensive player. So it's totally up to you guys. Honestly, for me, they kind of cancel each other out just because they're two pretty good power forwards. Let's go see here where they're ranked. Hawks are like the sixth best team, and then Bucks are the middle of the road against power forwards. So both of these teams, like I said, are pretty good against that power forward position. So they cancel each other out for me, but I love both of those guys as players. And then you got Dwight Howard, game time decision. I don't think he's going to play in this one. I heard it was a pretty bad injury. Super painful. So I'm not sure if Howard's going to go. If not, then maybe you have to fire up some Paul Millsap, maybe some Dennis Schroeder. I wouldn't take the backup here for Atlanta. So for me, Paul Millsap, Mike Muscala probably will get some extra playing time. But I don't think I would really think I'd really touch him. So, he did have 28, so maybe, but I probably just would go Millsap if for some reason Howard is out. Going to pick up those rebounds. So that's kind of what I'm looking there. But, yeah, definitely like Giannis. Maybe Schroeder if Howard's out, but, not too high on it. Don't mind some Bazemore, maybe GPP. Paul Millsap if Howard's out. I'm not really too high on Greg Monroe or anyone like that. So let's move on here. We got Dallas and Boston. No total on this one either, but should be a close game. Probably around a 208 and probably Boston by around 6. But it should be a good game. Still some injuries going on. I don't mind some Isaiah Thomas, though. He loves playing at home. And then he's going to be going up against Dallas. J.J. Barea, though, is not too bad of a defender. Maybe some Barea on the flip side. Let me go see here. Yeah, Celtics aren't too bad against that point guard position. Then the Mavericks, let's see if I can find them. As you see, they're the fourth best team. So both of these teams are pretty good against that point guard position, but this should be a high-scoring game for the most part. So I don't mind some Isaiah Thomas, $8,300. Had a very good game last time out. Let me see here. He had – there we go, 52 points. As I said, a little bit harder matchup here. New Orleans was not good against that point guard. So I don't mind Thomas or Barea here. You can fire either one of them up. Probably Barea maybe a little bit more just because he's sitting pretty. He can get you about 30. for a little bit cheaper, but love both of those guys quite a bit. Avery Bradley, don't mind him here against Wesley Matthews at all. Love me some Harrison Barnes quite a bit. If Dirk is out once again, they'll probably put Barnes as normal at that power forward position, so kind of cancels out Amari Johnson, even though he wasn't even in play anyway. And then don't know what's going on with Al Horford. He may play, not sure. If he doesn't, I don't mind some Kelly Olynyk, even though his minutes he didn't play too much last game. Oh, I guess he did play 35. I was looking at Indy, but yeah, he didn't do too good. 14 points, but I still don't mind some Kelly Olynyk. His price is still very cheap, only if Al Horford's out. Plus, Bogut not the best defender down there, so definitely don't mind Kelly if Al Horford is out. Not touching those power forwards. Harrison Barnes as normal in play for me. Avery Bradley's in play as well. And then Thomas and Brea. I think this should be a very good competitive game, even though Dallas, they're not the best team, but they're still a good fighting team and love to play hard. So look for this to be a very good matchup here. Definitely do like this matchup quite a bit. All right, moving on. Let me see here. We got Detroit and New York. This one, a lot of these East Coast games don't really have any over and under yet. So this should probably be like a 200 maybe, and New York maybe by 1. Should be a low-scoring game. I'm not really high on this game here. Don't really care for Ish Smith or Derrick Rose. Maybe some KCP, but he's been all over the place. Carmelo, I don't mind him. But for me, I don't really care for this game. If you had to pick maybe someone, Kristaps Porzingis, just because Detroit's not that good of a team down low. And, he's been half decent, but as I said, every time I pick the guy, he just decides to dud. So I don't know if I can pick him, but, going to be a slow-paced game for the most part, probably get some extra rebounds. He's been looking pretty good, so it's up to you guys. I think he'll eat down low. And then I don't mind Joakim Noah maybe as a GPP if Drummond plays. Not sure if Drummond plays, but as normal, Drummond's not the best defensive player down there at all. Noah, he's been all over the place, but if Drummond starts, I think he can get you at least 27, 28. I don't mind Noah. GPP, obviously, but totally up to you guys. Drummond, as I said, not a good defender. So he didn't practice, so that may mean he's not going to play. And if Drummond doesn't play, Aaron Baines right away. I unfortunately didn't play him last time. Just didn't know exactly what he was going to be doing. But obviously I should have played him. He had 30 points, $3,700 still. I like Aaron Baines if Drummond is out. Just way too cheap. If he's going to be starting, definitely fire up some Aaron Baines. He will save you guys a lot of money. So that's the one guy I would definitely pick from this one. And like I said, Kristaps, don't mind him. Maybe some Carmelo, but not my favorite play out there. And so, yeah, for the most part, I don't care for this game. Just maybe some Aaron Baines if Drummond is out. And if Drummond does play, maybe some Joakim Noah. So, but for the most part, just not too interested in this one at all. All right, moving on, we got Houston and Oklahoma City Thunder. This is going to be a very good game. We got a 217 total in Oklahoma City by 1. This is going to be a very popular game. But, man, it is going to be a very good one. I was looking, actually, and surprisingly, these two teams are pretty good defenses at certain positions, but it's not really going to matter in this one at all. Westbrook's just going to probably put up 70, 75, going to be very popular. So put him in there, just, and put him in and move on. Put in Harden and move on. That's kind of how I see with those two guys. Maybe Eric Gordon is a GPP play. He thrives in these fast-paced matchups. He's been all over the place. Looks like he's going to be coming back as a starter. As I said, he's all over. But once in a while, he can get you, 30 points. But that's a GPP. Same thing with Oladipo. They're kind of sitting in the same spot. They like to score a lot, but just don't put up those assists or rebounds. So not too high on those guys. I don't mind some Trevor Ariza, though. I should have picked him last game. I was almost going to put him in my lineup. Unfortunately, I did not do that, and I paid for that. It got you 39. He's been very consistent. I love Ariza in this game. They're going to need him. 5,300. Better put him in your lineup. He's been a very good player this year, and he's playing humongous minutes. So this game is going to be at a spread of 1. Got to put in some Ariza, guys. just put him in there. And then don't mind Ryan Anderson or Enes Kanter in this one. Don't know how many minutes Kanter's going to play, but as normal, he plays 20 minutes and gets like 30 fantasy points. So totally up to you. I'm not sure how much she's going to play in this one, but maybe some Kanter, 5,000, a little expensive though. Maybe some Ryan Anderson. They're going to need him. They're going to be doubling Harden, obviously. They're going to need Anderson, but he just hasn't been doing it this year. But 15 and 17. So, but maybe this is a good spot for him. But it's totally up to you guys. And then you got center position. You got Steven Adams and Clint Capella. Both of these guys are in very good spots, 51 and 5,000. Steven Adams, I think I'll give him the little edge here against Capella. They're really going to need him in this one. I know he's been all over the place, but sitting in a very good spot here. Look for at least 30 here from Adams. And then Capella, though, he's been coming on pretty strong as well for Houston. A lot of shots are going to be put up, a lot of rebounds. As you see, 28 and 35. So definitely don't mind him at all in this game. Aaron Baines, as you saw, he put up 30 fantasy points against OKC. So I think Capella could do about the same. So definitely have to target this game. So not too high on those power forwards, though. Ariza going to be in almost every lineup. Harden and Westbrook, I don't know. I mean, I'd probably give the edge just to Westbrook, but, man, both of those guys are very good players, as you guys know. So going to be a very good game to target. A lot of people are going to have this game as well. So, all right, moving on. We have Golden State and Toronto. We got a 220 total, and Golden State by 5. So they're expecting this one just to straight up be a high-scoring game, which it should be. Man, everybody's in playing this one. Steph Curry, Kyle Lowry. I'd probably maybe go Kyle Lowry here. He's going to be at home. He's $8,000, a little bit cheaper than Curry. Curry, his defense once in a while is not too good. Kyle Lowry, they're going to need him in this one, obviously, here against Golden State, playing humongous minutes. So Lowry, I think he'll get you at least 45, 50 easy in this one. But Curry as well, don't mind him. But I give the edge to Kyle Lowry. DeRozan, fire him up if you can get him in there. He's going to get at least 50 here in this one. Kevin Durant. If DeMarre Carroll, I think he might play. Let's see. He'll probably play. So you got Carroll and Durant. Maybe that cancels out Durant a little bit, but still, as normal, Durant's a good play. I mean, it's a 220 total, so it's going to be hard to slow down this game. And then you got Draymond. I think he's going to eat up here. Toronto's not good against that power forward position. Love had a very good game last night, so definitely don't mind some Draymond. And then you got Jonas Valanciunas and Lucas Nogueira. He's been playing a little bit more than normal. I don't think he'll be playing too much in this one. But, I mean, as you see, he's been doing pretty good, but didn't do much against Cleveland. So not too high on him here, but as I said, this is going to be a very good one. Don't know how you can get them all in there, but I would obviously love to get them all. But Lowry, I'd take him over Curry, even though Curry's a good play as well. DeRozan, have to have him in there. Don't mind Klay Thompson, but you know how I feel about that guy. He's all over the place. Kevin Durant, obviously. Don't mind some Draymond. So this should be a very good game. They're in Toronto. The crowds are going to be all pumped up. So I definitely love this game as normal. Most people are going to as well. All right, moving on. We've got Phoenix and Denver. We've got a 221 total in Denver by 4. Another good game. Here, as you see, most of these West Coast teams have high totals as normal. All righty, we got Eric Bledsoe. I like him. 75, though. He's a little expensive. I would just do the extra $500 and go to Kyle Lowry. But, Bledsoe's sitting very pretty. Emmanuel Mudiay is not a good defender at all. We keep telling you that. Bledsoe, these last couple games not doing too well, but going to be a close Cougar matchup. Like me some Bledsoe if you don't want to go Kyle Lowry. Then you got Mudiay. Oh, man, I hate this guy right now. He just totally burnt my lineup last time he played. I had like a 330 and Moutier only got me 8. So if he would have got me as like 25 or 30, could have been up in the 350. But unfortunately, no, Moutier had to get me 8 points. The reason why I picked him against Portland is because he's had very good success in his young career against Portland. But no, not in that game. So maybe Moutier comes alive here against Phoenix, but I can't touch the guy. But he's good at GPP play just because he could have a high ceiling here. Maybe he goes off. Totally up to you. And then you got Will Barton. I'm not sure if he's going to play. Let's see what we got going here. So if Will Barton and Gary Harris can't play right away, Jameer Nelson's going to get a lot more playing time, and Jamal Murray. Both of those guys will. I think Nelson will probably get stuck into that starting lineup, but hasn't been doing too much on those fantasy points as you see. Had big minutes against Portland because of Gary Harris, but he's not the same guy as he used to be. Jamal Murray, though, maybe, but not too sure if I really want to touch him. Let's see here. He had 28 minutes and he had 20 points. He had 19 real points, but just didn't capitalize. So maybe him, but I'd probably stay away from both of those guys. And then you got TJ Warren. Obviously, you got to put him in there. For some reason, if Chandler's out, don't mind Gallinari, but just hasn't been the same guy. And then Kenneth Faried, he's coming alive here. Phoenix not too good against that power forward position. Marquise Chris is going to go up against Faried, so I think Faried could easily eat him here. So I don't mind Faried at all. Just a little questionable. It's always been Faried. Once in a while, he can dud on you. But right away, I don't mind Jared Dudley. It's weird to say that, but ever since he went on the bench, man, this guy has been straight fire. He loves playing against those backups. 30, 26, and 26, playing big minutes. So fire up some Dudley for power forward position. As I said, he's cheap. He's on the bench. He loves playing on the bench. Takes control of that second team. So I love me some Dudley in this one. And then Alex Lynn and Nurkic. I'd probably pick Alex Lynn, but kind of want to stay away from these guys. Don't know what's going on with Chandler, but should be a very good game. Don't mind some Faried. Jared Dudley. TJ Warren quite a bit. Then I guess I forgot Devin Booker. If no Will Barton, no Gary Harris, I don't mind Booker. Nelson, I don't think he can defend him. Going to be as I said, high scoring, close game. They're going to need Booker in this one. But 23, 22, 24, and 33. Maybe he's trending back up. He had a tough stretch, but this is a very good game for him here against Denver. So. Maybe fire him up 6,500. It's a little risky, but don't mind him here in this one at all. So, going to be a very good game to target. I like that one quite a bit. All right, moving on. We have Memphis and the Clippers. We got a 202 total, and the Clippers by 12. Oh, man. I want to target the Clippers, but, man, they're just always in these blowouts. But, for some reason, if it does stay close, CP3 sitting in a very good spot. Mike Conley, I was looking, and they're not the best team against that the point guard position. They're not too bad, though. As you see, they're sitting in the top about top 15 against worst against point guards. So maybe some CP3 here. Don't mind them at all. Just don't know how much they're really going to need him in this one, but sitting in a very good spot. Loves playing at home. So don't mind some CP3. I don't think he'll be as popular just because of Curry and Westbrook. So maybe if you want to pivot, he won't be as well owned as I said. So maybe if you get your 45, there you go. Not as many people will have him. Not too high on the shooting guards here. Maybe Vince Carter, he'll get some extra garbage time. He's been half decent, $4,400. He's been playing some pretty big minutes here. He's been all over the place, but Vince Carter's sitting, as I said, very pretty. Maybe he's coming back, so don't mind some Vince Carter if you're looking to save here at the small forward position. And then you got Blake Griffin, you got Zach Randolph. The other day, I told you guys to put in Zach Randolph against Utah. Hopefully, you guys did do that. He did half decent. He got you 28. Very consistent guy. Had a double-double in that one. So I don't like him here against Griffin, though. He should play the second team quite a bit, but still should be a blowout. They're not going to put old Zebo in there if it's a blowout. And then Gasol and Jordan kind of cancel each other out. Not too high on those guys. So this should be a blowout. Maybe some CP3. Not too high on Conley there against Chris Paul. And then maybe some Vince Carter as a GPP. I don't think he'll get as many points because he is facing the Clippers, but just a huge blowout in this game, I think. As you see, the spread is at 12, so maybe CP3, and that's really it from this one, and move on. As you see, there's a lot better games out there to target. All right, moving on, we have Sacramento and San Antonio. We got a 195 total in Sacramento by 6. So I'm surprised it's only by 6 here. Thought it'd be a little bit bigger spread. But it's not, just because San Antonio has some game time decision guys here. So that's the main reason. I don't mind maybe some firing up some Darren Collison as a GPP here against Parker. Parker, not a good defender. Obviously getting a little bit older, so can't defend like he used to. Collison, he's been trending up, as you see. Maybe gets you 33 in this one. Going to be a little bit slower paced game, but don't mind him here against Parker. As I said, he should do half decent against him. Not really high on the shooting guards as normal. Kawhi Leonard, got to put him in there. I usually like Rudy Gay, but not against Kawhi. And then you get some LaMarcus Aldridge. Don't mind him in this one at all either. And then you got some Boogie. Don't think Pau Gasol is going to play. I don't think Dwayne Dedmon's going to play either. So going to have to watch and see what they do. They might have to put Aldridge there in the center position, and then put David Lee at that power forward. Not sure exactly what they would have to do there. Have to see until for lineups to lock. But Boogie's sitting in a very good spot here against the Spurs. I know you don't like targeting people against the Spurs, but I do like Cousins here in this one. Last game of the night, maybe he gets you 15, puts you over the top. Going to be popular as normal, but definitely don't mind me some Boogie. He's been, pretty consistent here. So last time he did face San Antonio, he got you 58.2. So don't be afraid of the center position for the Spurs. They're not that good against the center position just because Gasol. So fire up some Boogie if you want to spend up on your center position. So as I said, Darren Collison, don't mind him. Don't mind me some Kawhi Leonard as normal, and then maybe Aldridge, but not my biggest guy, and then obviously some Boogie. So alrighty, I think that does it for this one. Let's move on to our lineup. This is going to be a little hard here to construct just off the top of my head because there's just so many different ways to go. For this one, let's try and get in Westbrook. You're going to have to go very cheap on your point guard here. Let's see here. You got some JJ Barea. He's been, he hasn't been too bad. Let's see here. All right, for this one, we'll just put in some JJ Barea. Don't mind Peyton, but I'm going to go Barea in this one. Obviously, I love me some Harden. Not sure if I can get him in there. Maybe if I can find somebody cheap here. Just not seeing it here. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. All right, let's go DeRozan, and then I want Bradley, but I don't think I can get him. Let's go Fournier, shooting guard, mid-range shooting guards. Just not looking pretty here. I just don't see really anyone I really care for. So I think that's it for that shooting guard position. Not looking pretty. Small forward, I may have to spin down. I only have 55. All right, let's put in small forwards looking very, very nice. Let's go Harrison Barnes and Trevor Ariza. Let's try that. Yeah. All right, so let's say Drummond's out. Let's just hopefully he is, because that definitely helps out. Put some where's he at? Aaron Baines here from that Detroit game. Definitely helps you save some money. Get you a 64. Yeah, that's a little. Like I said, it's going to be hard to make a lineup just here. Going to have to do a lot more research. All right. Well, let's see here. Let's put in maybe Paul Millsap, just if Howard is out, and then you got $5,500. Man. Let's just for this one, let's just put in Ryan Anderson, even though I'm not too high on him. All right, so we got Westbrook. Obviously, got to have him in there. Got JJ Barea. There's about 2 or 3 different mid-range guys I really like at that point guard position. DeRozan, if you can't get in Harden, good pivot. Also, if you don't want to maybe go Westbrook, you can go Kyle Lowry if you want to go that way. Don't mind Fournier. We'll probably try and spend up to get Bradley or maybe Booker. Harrison Barnes sitting very pretty there at 6,000. Trevor Ariza said got to have him in there. Maybe Millsap, but I'll definitely have to mess around with my power forward. Power forward's not very pretty tonight, so maybe you can just punt the power forward position. Not sure who you're going to have to punt with, but you can maybe go Jared Dudley if you don't want to go Ryan Anderson. I definitely don't mind that. There is Jared Dudley, and then you get a little bit extra money. You got $1,500 to maybe spend up somewhere. Maybe a Millsap. I'm not sure. You got $8,900. It's totally up to you. I mean, just put in Draymond or something. But as I said, Dudley, and then you got Aaron Baines if Drummond does not play. So yeah, it's going to be, like I said, a lot of research here. A big slate. Got 11 games, so a lot of different lineups and a combination. So got to watch those injuries just to make sure nobody is out. And if people are out, definitely capitalize on injuries. So, all right, with that being said, I think that does it, guys. If you do enjoy the video, leave a like. We do appreciate it. If you have not subbed yet, definitely welcome. Hopefully you do enjoy the videos. If you do, leave do sub for more NBA videos. And it's normal if you guys are interested in premium lineups, definitely let Anthony and I know. You get 4 lineups per day, 2 from me and 2 from Anthony. $30 a month and $150 for the season. So if you're struggling on NBA, definitely hit us up. Or if you guys just need some fantasy advice or help or anything like that, message us as well, and we'll definitely help you as much as we can. So, alrighty, guys, hope this helped, and hopefully you guys win some money today. Alrighty, guys, we'll see you guys Thursday.